Thanks to all of you for being here this evening. The Gromley Society is our only named society at the university among all the giving societies that we have, and I think that's a real testament to Professor Charlie Gromley, that his legacy is remembered with such fondness, that the society is named in his honor. Let me just take a moment. On your chair when you arrive, you don't need to dig under it now. I just want to just tell you what this is, and you can take a look at it when you get home. We just released the university's master plan. The master plan is the embodiment of what the future physical campus is going to look like about 20 years from now. And sometimes master plans are generated. People take a look at them and they think, well, my gosh, there's another pipe dream. These folks are busy making plans. But I pulled out, when we started this process, I pulled out the master plan from 1981, and they did it all. They did it all, just little by little, gift by gift, project by project, you actually transform a campus. And so this is the roadmap for what the future is going to look like at Valparaiso University. For those of you that are law graduates, some things to just point out when you take a look at it. We do plan to create a more substantive law campus on that part of and that plot of land where Weisman Hall currently sits. So you'll see several new buildings in the plan there surrounding a quadrangle courtyard area. We're going to be closing off Linwood Avenue so that Linwood Avenue becomes the entrance to the law school, not the cut through to downtown. So you'll literally come Linwood off of 30, and we'll have a nice kind of period street lamps that will take you down Mound Street. All of those big old residence halls and fraternity houses will go away. And we'll just create a real sense of arrival and this kind of prestige that we want to have as we approach the law school. If any of you were fraternity members there as undergraduates, we have new locations for those fraternity houses. Don't worry, they're not going away. We just have a better location for where those will be in the future. So you're here tonight because you want to support a law school that did a lot of things for you. One, put you through a pretty rigorous education. You lost a lot of sleep. You spent a lot of time really honing your thinking skills, learning how to write well, learning how to stand on your feet and communicate with confidence, and really learning about what it means to be called to the legal profession. Those are things that were inculcated during your time. Your character was formed as a professional during those years at the law school, and largely by example of the students that were alongside you and the professors who mentored you. But perhaps I hear of no one more fondly remembered than Charlie, Professor Gromley, who served from 1960 to 1992, 32 years. A mentor who instilled values, who built character, who impressed upon his students the importance of ethics in the practice of law. His intense focus on inspiring individual students helped to prove that a compassionate law school was a better law school. It didn't have to be like every other law school. The compassion could be part of the mix. He demonstrated that developing a sense of social responsibility produced better law practices. And his teaching surrounded this ideal that the law is an effort to improve society by making it more just for all of its citizens. And you share his vision. You were raised under his tutelage and you shared his vision. And you know that we have got to maintain these kinds of expectations for the students who come to us today. Because if there was ever a need for ethics in practice, if there was ever a need for social responsibility, if there was ever a need for justice, today is the day, and this work continues to need to be done in this law school. And so you've made a commitment in his memory to his legacy, not only because you've given to the society, but because you've gone out and you've carried those ideals into your work. And so I can't remember the exact comment you made, Gene, but you think about what a legacy is for a professor. A legacy for a professor is what you do in practice. That's what a professor is aiming for. And so, Charlie's very much alive in every transaction you have with a client, every time you mentor somebody in the law. Charlie's work continues to go on and on and on, and you can't measure the power of that. over time. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart that you've been willing to make personal sacrifices and to steward your gifts to support this society. It means a lot to us because it helps us to keep that work going generation after generation after generation. And I promise you that we're going to continue to build and to grow and support that law school. That's what we're here to do. And it's with your help that we're able to do it. Everywhere I go, everybody I talk to, and last year I did 18 cities, kind of meeting folks, and lots of law graduates all over the country, and you folks are everywhere. But there are three things that I do ask folks to think about, and one is we always ask you, when you're out in the field and you see potential promising law students, that you suggest that they take a look at Valparaiso University. Continue to do that. That's a great help to us. And alongside that, on the other side, perhaps even more importantly these days, if a law student picks up the phone and calls you or sends you an email, a Valpo student, just give them a hand. Whether that's advice or just opening a door, you know, they got to get that job on their own. But if there's something you can do to help them, give them a hand. Because you know for you that those hands meant a lot, just those opportunities that opened up. So to the extent that you can do that, please continue to do that. We ask for your financial support. It's more important than ever that we continue to do that. And so to the extent that you can, you're able, we'll just ask you to please continue that support. We especially are working and focusing now on endowment. That's really critical for the sustainability of the university. And so you'll see and certainly hear a lot from me over the next years about the gifts that you might be able to make that support the university, and particularly financial support for students in perpetuity. Because that's how we've been able to build the law school, and that's how, in our time, we'll continue to build that law school forward into the future. And then finally, to the extent that you are called, hold us in your prayers, because that's important too. Probably the most important thing. So those three things, if you can do for us, that would be a great blessing to us. So again, thank you for your support for the Gromley Society. We're honored tonight that you came together, and I have the pleasure to introduce a wonderful young man to you. His name is Brian Rogers, a current 3L honors student, also a recipient of a Gromley scholarship, so you can see how your gifts have direct impact on our students. He's also the law student division representative to the ABA Board of Governors. So he is working at a national level with the American Bar Association, and really does us quite proud and a great honor for the university as well. And I think you'll be pleased to hear about his experience. So please, without further ado, welcome Brian Rogers.